Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at Superman. We'll be taking a look at his powers. First of all, he is obviously a flight character and he uses brawling as his weapon with his laser vision if you hold the triangle button. But otherwise he uses brawling, and he also has this really cool cape for when you're spinning around. You can whip people with it. Okay, so let's have a look at the at Superman's powers. So the first one is Super Breath. Knocks down and damages nearby enemies. So you're gonna have to get in quite close for this power. So let's try that again. Don't know if anything happened there. Sort of like just a little bit of sort of icy. Oh, there you go. That was a bit better. Let's try that again. So it kind of does like a kind of a frost effect on the floor, icy frost, and then is it a headbutt? And knocks the opponent over. Sort of like a headbutt type thing, but you're gonna have to be quite close because you can't use that for range. Build up the power again. Let's try from range. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to get very close for that. So that's the first power, which is Super Breath. Second power is Vacuum Spin. Damages and pulls nearby enemies toward you. So just like that. Do a little twirling spin effect and like a tornado and bring them in. It does a few ticks of damage as well. Let's see how far away we can get. So obviously the closer you are, the more ticks of damage you're going to get. The further away you saw there was about that kind of distance, and I only got one tick of damage, whereas here about 5, I think. Okay, so let's have a look at the next power. Shockwave Punch. Knocks back, stuns and damages nearby enemies. So knocks back, stuns and damages nearby enemies. So cool. It's quite nice actually. So it's sort of like just smashed the floor. And then you can see the opponent's stunned for maybe a couple of seconds. It's got a little bit of a range on it as well, so you can get them from about here. That kind of maybe a bit too far there, but from about here you can get them. Obviously, the closer you are, the better it's going to be. Let's have a look at the next power. So that was a Shockwave Punch. The next one is Swoop Attack. Swoop down and knock over your opponent at blinding speed. So it's one of those kind of go from range to melee kind of type moves. So you're going to be let's just bring Catwoman back up there. You're going to be sort of using that from range, but you could use that up close as well. So like you can be like at a range kind of distance and then use it to get in amongst them. So you could kind of link that together with a couple of the previous moves to get you in close. Or you could use it while you're in close as well, just to knock them down. So when you're linking all these together, it's quite nice. Let's just get Catwoman some health back. Right, so that was what was it? Swoop Attack. The next one is Freezing Breath. Unleashes a freezing blast to chill, snare and eventually freeze your enemies. inflicts frostbite to make enemies vulnerable to freezing effects. Right. Okay. Nice. So you can see Catwoman cannot move now. She's frozen to the floor. And she can't break out of there. So it's quite nice power. You can get quite far away and hit that. And it freezes them on the spot. But obviously while you're doing that you can't do anything else. So just be careful while using that one. It's not like some of the other powers where you just kind of, you know, like that one, you just instant kind of power. This one's kind of, you can't really do anything while you're, so you can't move for maybe 2 seconds there. So you just have to kind of be careful that you don't get countered or anything and knocked down and that. But otherwise quite nice power. And then the last one is heat vision. Blast out ocular heat beams to ignite and repel your target. Inflicts burning to cause damage over time. So same sort of thing again. I don't think you can move while that power's going on. The whole triangle move is just like a thin sort of heat vision beam that you get, and it's just like a one hit kind of thing. But with this one, you get in a few ticks, and it's kind of doing a damage over time. It's only little amounts, but when linked together with maybe a couple of the other powers, you know, same thing again. You can't do anything while you're for both of them powers. You can't do anything while you're performing them. But otherwise, it's quite a nice character. He's more of a kind of up close, in your face kind of character. In Legends PvE content, he'd probably be like the kind of like the tank type character, even though they don't really have roles. But you'd probably use him more of as a sort of a melee character than someone who's going to be ranged. So depending on your playstyle, if you like kind of ranged characters or playing ranged, then Superman might not be for you really, because he's only really got sort of that, but you can't get too far away. He's got that one. I think you can be a bit further away with that one. That's got quite a long range. But as for his like power, his kind of his weapon, sorry, it's not really a fast weapon attacks or anything. You can just do that over and over. But his heat vision power's got quite a nice range to it, but you can't really do anything. It's not an instant kind of move, so you're stuck in that animation for a couple of seconds. Even that one, to bring you in close, doesn't bring you all the way in close. So he's more of a kind of a up close kind of character. He'd play more in the target's faces and be right up there. So that's a quick look at Superman, his powers, his weapon, his movement, etc. And thanks for watching. Bye.